Hi everyone, it's Tish with Naptime Creations. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel. And if you're new, don't forget to subscribe. It's free and it'll help me out a lot, so hit that subscribe button. Today we're going to be making some resin crescent moons. Let's Resin sent me this 4-pack of crescent moon molds to try out, and you can use these in your hair, kind of like as hair clips or decoration. They're really cute for that, or you can turn them into wall hangings, which is my plan for these. The little pack comes with these 4 molds and 2 pieces of sandpaper. And we're going to be using Supernova pigment by Lorez from Laura's Art Corner, Mermaid Tales glitter from Laura's Art Corner, and we're going to be pouring these in 2 layers. I'm using my Total Boat High Performance Epoxy, and on the 3 molds on the left, I'm just pouring clear in the mold. I'm filling them up about halfway full, and that's going to be it for layer 1. It's just clear. This technique is super simple and easy to do, but it turns out really beautiful. And then on this mold on the far right, we're going to do the Supernova and the Mermaid Tales glitter. And I did mix up my resin off camera just to save time, but if you guys are new to resin and you want to see a tutorial showing step by step how to mix your resin, I will link my snowflake ornament tutorial down below in the description box. Be sure to go check it out. I show you step by step how to mix your resin. And here I'm just adding a little bit more clear to those 3 molds on the left. These molds don't take much to fill up. I want to say it took about 8 ounces for all of them combined. They're not, the cavities aren't super big, but they are deep. So I did want to pour these in layers because the high performance epoxy from Total Boat doesn't like to be poured super deep. So I'm just going in with that Mermaid Tails glitter on this one, filling up the bottom half of the mold, and then I'm going to go in with the Supernova Glitz and Glam pigment on the top half. And it's just like a super sparkly purple. It's got just like a subtle hint of purple, super pretty. You'll see it here when we demold it. And then I'm going to go in with my silicone paintbrush and just dislodge any bubbles that might be clinging to the mold. Sometimes the bubbles really like to cling to the edges of the silicone molds. So just take your time and go in with a silicone paintbrush and get those bubbles out. I'm going to hit them with my heat gun on low, and that's going to be it for layer number 1. My plan for the 3 on the left here was to wait until the resin was gel and then sprinkle on some mylar flakes. As you can see here, that plan did not work out. I waited 6 hours. I thought, oh, 6 hours will be good. The resin will still be gel. But when I went out to sprinkle on my mylar flakes, the resin was already rock hard. So I'm going in and going to do plan B here. I took a little bit of my Deco Art Duraclear Gloss Varnish, poured it in a cup, and I'm sprinkling in some more of those iridescent mylar flakes. You can get these from Laura's Art Corner. I'll link them down below as well. And basically, I'm just using this varnish as a glue, and I'm just kind of tacking down those mylar flakes that I had already sprinkled inside the mold. This is going to kind of glue them down and make sure they don't float up when we fill up the mold the rest of the way. So definitely had to go with the flow on this. It didn't go as planned, but you can 100% use this gloss varnish. It works great. The only thing is you do have to wait for it to completely dry before you fill up your mold the rest of the way. And it does kind of look milky, but it does dry clear, so don't worry about that. So here we are the next day. I'm going in with some purple sapphire glitter. And I'm just filling these 3 molds on the left here up the rest of the way with the purple sapphire glitter. And I'm using the Total Boat High Performance Epoxy again on this layer. Super simple and easy to do. I did make about 3 different cups of this purple sapphire glitter, and that's because these cups are small. They're only about 2 ounces, but I wanted to be able to only fill them up about halfway and then pinch the side of the cup to get a nice controlled pour to make sure that I didn't spill resin all over the place. And that way, you know, I can make sure that I get everything all filled in and I'm not making a huge mess. And this guy on the right, I'm just going in with a little bit of clear resin and filling the mold up the rest of the way. Just with clear, nothing else. And you want to make sure you go in with a silicone paintbrush in the tips of the moon and really get out any bubbles that might be trapped in there. Going in with my heat gun to pop bubbles. And see, I'm going in with my silicone paintbrush here. You can get these off Amazon. They come in like an 8-pack, and I want to say it's about $10, so not too bad. And then you can reuse them over and over. But especially on the tips of the mold, you want to make sure you really get in there and dislodge any bubbles. Because I did, in the finished pieces, I did have a few bubbles that were in the tips that I didn't catch. So just make sure that you're really careful and pay attention and take your time and pop any bubbles that might be in the tips of the crescent moons. So here we are the next day, ready to pop them out of the molds. This is the one we did with the supernova and Mermaid Tales glitter. Turned out super pretty. You can see that supernova is just like a subtle purple on the top half of the moon. I really, really love that pigment. And I'll link all the materials I used down below in the description box, along with any coupon codes that I have. I get the DuraClear gloss varnish off Amazon. Works really, really well in this type of application. If you wanted to, glue down some glitter in between layers when you're doing a pour. And these moon molds, they range in size from 4 inches to 5.5 inches. So they're a really good size. And I want to say it's only like $14.99 for the 4-pack. And I also have a coupon code for a discount if you guys want to get these molds to try. But here's how these ones turned out. I think they turned out so awesome. I just love how the mylar flakes look like they're glowing. And that's because that purple sapphire glitter is really dark. So it does give you a really awesome effect when you use it in combination with the mylar flakes. The purple sapphire is probably one of my new favorites of glitter. It's not holographic or iridescent. It's just a beautiful, deep purple metallic glitter. And you can see, any little overspill just kind of pulls right off the back of these. They do include the 2 little pieces of sandpaper because the back of the moon can be a little sharp. So you just go in with sandpaper and sand the edge of the mold on the backside, or the moon on the backside, and that'll get rid of any sharp edge. So, see right here, like on the inside of the moon, sometimes you can get a little bit of a lip right there, but no worries, just go in with the sandpaper that comes with the molds and give it a light sand by hand. Always make sure you wear gloves and a mask though when you sand, because you don't want to be breathing in the resin dust from sanding, and you don't want to get it on your hands either. I always wear gloves and put on my mask whenever I do sanding. Let me know what you guys think of these down in the comments. I think they're so pretty. I just love how this big one turned out. It's got such a pretty sparkle to it from that purple sapphire glitter. And my plan was to turn these into wall hangings or sun catchers. But I didn't do that because, like I said, I had a few where there was a bubble in the tip that I didn't catch. And that's, not any fault to the mold or anything like that. It's my fault. I should have went in and took my time and made sure that there was no bubbles in the tips of the moons. So if you guys try these molds, just make sure you really double check that. But my plan, I'll show you really quickly, was to take some eye screws and these glass beaded crystal chains and just attach that like this and make it a pretty sun catcher or a wall hanging. That's what I was going to do with this small one. And then for the larger one, I was going to take 2 eye screws. And this is my little drill I use to drill my eye screws. You can get it off Amazon. I'll link it down below. I just drill a hole in the top wherever I want the eye screw to go, screw in the eye screw. And on this big one, I was going to do one on the top, one on the bottom. And these beaded chains I get off Amazon too. They come with a nice big teardrop bead. They're actually meant for chandeliers, but they give you a really pretty sparkly rainbow effect. So I was just going to put the teardrop on the bottom like this, and then use the rest of the chain for hanging on the top jump ring. And I thought that was going to look really pretty, but like I said, I had a bubble show up on these in the tip, so I'm not going to end up doing that. But I wanted to show you what my plan was for these and how you could turn these into sun catchers or wall hangings if you wanted to for decoration. Let me know what you guys think of these down in the comments. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you liked it. If you did, leave me a like, hit that thumbs up button. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you're not already, and go check out a few more of my other videos. That would really help me out a lot. I'll link a few of my favorite videos down below in the description box, and I'll leave them at the end card screen of this video. Just click the picture and it'll take you straight to the video and you can go check them out. Helps out my channel if you watch a few of my videos back to back. Thank you guys again for watching, and as always, I'll link all the materials I used down below in the description box along with any coupon codes that I have. I hope you guys are all doing fabulous, and I will see you soon for another video. Bye guys.